Hello, welcome to the queue. It is Japan, turn number 4, and they had 20 to spend. 2 artillery, 2 marines, 1 infantry, and save $1. Tech will be construction and large ship, and it's a 7 and an 8. We got a 9 and an 11. Boy, this is a good round 3 for the Axis here. Hopefully Italy can keep it going. So we'll go all the way over here, and construction goes to 2, or no, they're both construction. Improved construction goes to 2. Large ship goes to 1. All right. So we'll move this for later and add a new one next turn. Let's go ahead and declare war on China. It's just too tempting. So what's that going to do to income? Let's move that while I'm thinking about it. The U.S. will go up to 11. They get 5. France gets 1. Britain, unfortunately, gets 2, and so does its little cronies, FEC and ANZAC. So that is painful. We just gave away 2, 4, 6, 7, $12. And we're going to go up $12 if we're successful in all these. So it's kind of a wash. But we do get some bonus money from China, so that'll help out a little. All right, so let's go with our open spots first. So we'll have a transport, which will come down with a infantry and an artillery. 1, 2, yeah, it's just 2 here in the P-41. We'll drop the artillery off into Kwangtung. I'm going to set them over here in Burma. And the infantry just goes here for a walk-on Hainan. All right. Next up, let's have our 3 destroyers. Grab 3 of the 4 marines in off Kyushu. And they'll come down as well to 41. And the 3 marines will go into Kwangtung. Let's take a transport, grab a marine and a artillery, 1, 2, and they'll both go into Kwangtung. All right, and before we get crazy, let's take our walk-ins in here. So infantry from Honshu will load a transport along with 1 from Korea and come down to I don't know where that number is. Doggone it. There it is, 32. And we'll trap 1 in each in Nanking and Hunan. All right. That means we've got this transport with 2 infantry. It comes over to P-14, drops 1 off in Shangtung and 1 off in Hopei. And that'll be a combat. So we're going to send a tactical bomber, 1, 2, have a movement of 3. Fighter and a tactical will come from Korea into Beiping. They'll each have 3 left. All right, so going into Beiping, we're going to leave the motorized and the cavalry, but everything else will go in. So that is 3 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 mountain. And we've used all of our goods, haven't we? That doesn't seem right. All right, so let's make it a little risky here. We'll take an infantry and a mountain and load up on this last transport from P-15. 1, 2, 3. bring them into Kwang. That's the problem with going to war on turn 3. Japan is really just not ready for it. So that means there is 2 infantry and an artillery going into Beiping. That does not seem like enough. But to be honest, I don't have anything else. So there is no other option here. 3 on 3. I could bring in the cavalry, but he's only at a 1. I'll bring in the motorized, so he'll be at least a 2. I was hoping they'll use the motorized somewhere else. All right. So we'll take the battleship as a bombard here in Hopei. And then we'll come down here to Shantung. And these will all be in P41. So we'll have a battleship. The battle cruiser will come down from P15. We got 1, 2 heavy cruisers that will join from 14 and 32. And we got 1 more cruiser over here, P46. 1, 2, 3. And that will be our bombards. Boy, that is tight. I do not like how tight that is. All right, so we got a fighter from Formosa, which will come over 2. Tactical from P32, 1, 2. Fighter from P32, 1, 2. And let's bring the other fighter from the carrier. So all the aircraft have a remainder of 2 left in Kwangtung. All right, well, oh, we got 1 more cruiser. P16. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bombards. Yeah, we got 6 infantry on round 1, and then the artillery follow up round 2. All right. So this could be very bad. Maybe I should have lined this up before I did my turn. I probably wouldn't have done it. Anyway, let's start with Hopei. We've got a battleship at a 4. Nope. We have not a fighter, a tactical at a 7. It's a 6. That's a hit. Infantry at a 2. Nope. And there is a militia there at a 2. Ooh, that was close. Real close. So let's take that off. All right. So that was that one. All right. So here we've got an artillery, which is a first strike at a 3. Nope. And then we'll have an infantry boosted at a 3. So we'll have 2 at 2. Let me grab another dice. 2 at 2. And then the purple will be the infantry boosted to a 3. Figures. We got a 6 and a 7. So here's the fighter. Tactical. Oh my gosh. No hits. 3 defenders at 5. No, it's really a 7, but 9. All right. No hits by anybody. All right, round 2. All right, let me grab another purple. All right, so I guess that's teal will be the infantry and motorized at 2. Artillery boosted infantry at 3. Good night. Fighter. Tactical. 2 hits. All right. So there's 3 defenders at 5. There's 1 hit. All right, so we're going to lose 1 infantry. And they're down to 1 infantry. Let's roll our fighter tactical to get this over with. Fighter, tactical. Oh, good night. Motorized is a 2. Infantry, artillery at a 3. There's a 1. Doesn't matter what that one was. Defender at a 5. Thank you. Gosh, that was hairy. Hairy. So infantry, artillery, motorized, take Beiping. All right, last combat, which is, after that, kind of harrowing. All right, so we have bombards here. Of a battleship at a 4. Nope. Battle cruiser at a 3. Nope. And then we have 4 cruisers at 2. Good night. All right, so round 1 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 1 for the infantry and the Marines. There's a hit. We got a 2 for the mountain. We've got, how can we do this? We got 3 fighters and a tactical. So if we had another blue, which we don't, we'll use those 3 and that. Let's use this purple one. That's a lot different. All right, so 3 fighters and a tactical. All right, so the tactical hits 1, 2, 4. That's a hit. 2. So we got 3 hits. So that's only 3 militia down. So they have 4 militia. We'll roll those. They get a hit, of course. So we'll lose a Marine. And 2 infantry. Dang it, 2 more Marines. Unbelievable. All right, round 2. The artillery comes in. So we'll have 3 at 2, 1 at 1, and we'll boost the mountain to a 3. So here's the 1. Oh, it hits. Nice. 3 at 3. There's a hit. That one could be a 5 or 6. It's an 11. Now we've got our fighters. So we've got, oh, we used that. There's our 2 hits. All right. 3 fighters, tactical. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They only had 3 left. All right. So that goes that. Let's have 2 infantry and 1 militia. Return fire. Another infantry. So we'll lose the infantry. All right, so we take Kwang Tung with a Marine, a mountain, 2 artilleries. Whew. I wonder if I want to take an artillery. Nah. We'll leave it as is. How stinking depressing is that? All right, well, I shouldn't have done it. I knew I shouldn't have done it, and I did it anyway. So regardless, that's where we're at. So Japan will go up 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12. So Japan goes up 12. China will go down 6. So for now, we'll put China at 0, but I think Yunnan has no opportunity for CCP, so they'll be at 1. Japan will go up 12, so they were at 28. All right. So let's land a fighter and a tactical in Rihe. This tactical, it's like its wings a little bent. I wonder what happened there. It's got 3 left, so he can come out 1, 2, 3, and land on Formosa. Then all the planes here, the 2 fighters and the tactical, will come out and land on the carriers. And they'll stay in P-32. And then this other fighter goes back to Formosa. All right, so that is our landing. All right, so non-com will move a sub out of P-50 into I-12. And all this is in P-41. I'll put that on a card later. No need to move any of our other items. Our coastal sub in P-42 will come down to P-51. This coastal sub will come to P-46 from P-45. And we will leave the rest as is. Okay. The seaplane will fly up to Honshu. It doesn't even need to. It will. Very irritating, very irritating. All right, so while I'm here, I'm going to roll this recruitment roll for Siam. Nope. Then we can get rid of the dice tray. Let's move, place our stuff, because I think we're done, right? Everything else is moved, yeah. All right, so artillery goes in Rihe. And in Kyushu will be 2 Marines, 1 artillery, 1 infantry. And that is a sad sorry of the state. All right, cash. Well, I don't have the cash I need here. Because Japan will be up to 28. And then we'll have a bonus from China. All right, so take that off. There's 25. 26. So I'll need to get 2 more dollars. So their income on the chart is 28. Their U.S. oil goes down to 2. They saved 1. And then China will be, bonus will be 6. So that is 28, 30, 36, 37 for next turn. And I still question the call there. I probably shouldn't. All right. Well, anyway. So Sea Zone P-41 is a battleship, battlecruiser, 4 heavy cruisers, all useless, 3 transports, 3 destroyers. Kwangtung is a marine, mountain, 2 artillery. Hopei is, or no, that's Hunan's an infantry. Nanking's an infantry. Shangtung's an infantry. Hopei's an infantry. Beiping is an infantry, artillery, motorized. Rihe is a fighter, tactical, militia, cavalry, artillery. P-32 is the carriers with a fighter, 2 fighters and a tactical. Formosa has fighter, tactical. Kyushu, 2 Marines, infantry, artillery. And the militias haven't moved. That's pretty much it for Japan. Welcome to the Allies to all that bonus income for an extra turn.